Hi, I'm Mark Stanley, an author of the book Our Museum of Us. What I wanted to communicate in the introduction was that, like you and so many of us that exist, we're part of a family. It could be a very positive experience, it could be a very negative experience, it could be somewhere in between. But in the end, this book is about families, and I wrote it primarily for families, for you and me. What I want to communicate is that one of the really fun and interesting and frustrating things about families is we have stuff. We have our own stuff. We have things that we share with family or not share with family. We have things that we hang on to in what I call my museum of me that represents all the things that are statements about who I am and what I've done. And unless we, what I call curate that into an our museum of us, it just always stays my museum of me. So in this book, what I advocate is that you take the time through what I call digital storytelling, recording people just like I am now, talking about their things. And I'm going to be modeling that for you over the next 30 chapters of what that could and should look like. But mostly, it's a matter of taking the time to listen and focus on individual artifacts in the My Museum of Me with your brothers or sisters or parents or grandparents or your children, and get them recording the stories and the values behind the things in your museum of me. And by doing so, I argue that that's how you create an our museum of us, because whether or not you get the thing, whether or not the thing gets lost, whether or not the thing gets tossed at the end of somebody's life, you have what I would offer as the most important thing, which is the story and the values that that thing represented in my life. And you get me telling about that, period. So I encourage you to take the time, talk to each other, listen. I've got a book of questions at the back of the book that will help guide some of your questioning. Make up your own questions. But in the end, this is about families. This is about coming together and making our relationships with ourselves stronger and our relationships with our things kind of less important, so that the things just reflect uh, our museum of us, and that's the goal. So good luck and happy listening.